What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. Today's video is all about genetics and fat loss. If you watched my last video, you know that my dad just celebrated his 70th birthday, and of course I posted pics of us all over social media. And among the comments where people were wishing him a happy birthday, telling me that he looks fantastic, some people made the comments that we've got good genes. And I found that fascinating. Again, there's nothing wrong with those comments. I'm not trying to read into these comments in any way, shape, or form. They were well-meaning comments. I understand where they're coming from. This is just simply an observation that just got my thoughts going. So I'd really love for you guys to get involved in the conversation by dropping a comment down below. Just the reason that I find it fascinating is that, like, personally for myself, like, if I see pics of a healthy, fit family, I've never once thought to myself, wow, they got great genes. I'm usually thinking to myself, I mean, that's a lot of dedication right there. I mean, they must be living a pretty damn active, healthy lifestyle. I don't think to myself, that's good genes, but I mean, they're not wrong. Like, I definitely think I've got good genes. My dad's got good genes, but I also think most people have good genetics. There's nothing special about my dad and I. We're just two average bros. I'm gonna be 47 soon, 5'7", weigh 148 pounds, been working out for decades. He's 70, 5'8", weighs 155 pounds, been working out for decades. One of his brothers, about my height, my weight, been working out for decades. I mean, someone said it's crappy genetics to be working out for as long as we have, and we all weigh around $150. I mean, how can we even call ourselves men if we're not 200-pound beasts? So we don't have the best muscle building genetics, but we got some good genetics for being lean, fit, healthy looking guys there. I'd say his one brother there that's been working out for decades, he's probably been the most consistent. His lifestyle has been steady, his nutrition has been steady, his weight has been steady for decades. Whereas my dad and I have kind of wasted our good genes at times in our lives. We've both struggled with our weights at times. It's probably been about the same time in our lives. Like when he was in his late 20s and early 30s, he struggled with his weight. When I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I struggled with my weight. I gained 50 pounds of fat during that time. So it'd be interesting if we had a picture like him at his peak heaviest weight, me at my peak heaviest weights together. Like, would people look at us and go, oh wow, you guys got great genes? And if not, why would they only think that we have great genes when we're at our leanest? Like, it's got nothing to do with our genes. It's got 100% to do with our lifestyle. And that got me thinking, if you're looking at photos and seeing some fit, healthy people and thinking, wow, they must have great genes, like it must be a little bit easier for them to lose fat, to stay in shape, to maintain their weight, to build muscle and look the way that they do. Like, is that limiting you in some way? And this isn't based on the people who made comments. Actually, the one person made a comment in freaking phenomenal shape, so definitely not in that case. I'm not referring to the people who made those specific comments, but in general, this is just, again, observations, just stuff that was going through my head after reading comments like that. Because, like, in the big picture, genetics plays such a small role in how you look, how you feel, how you are living your life. But what's the old saying go, like, the hard work beats talent every time if talent doesn't work. So it's basically what you make of your genetics. I am just here trying to make the absolute most out of my genetics right now. So that's what you're seeing right now. Like, back in my late 20s, early 30s, like, it was a struggle. I was not making the most out of my genes at that time. So, and that was a reflection, like my body was a reflection of that challenge at that time. But yeah, it's all about just trying to be your best in that moment, to make the most out of the gifts that you have. And again, even if you have genetics that may not be as good as mine, if you're putting in more work, if you're more dedicated than I am, more consistent than I am, you can end up looking much better than I do and feeling much better than I do if you've got all your ducks in a row there. So again, it just really comes down to making the most out of what you have. And although my dad and I may have good genetics, we still face the same challenges and struggles that you guys do. If you saw one of my recent videos where I caved into food temptations, I definitely got that from my dad. If you had 10 bags of chips in front of him, I think he would eat all 10 bags in one sitting. We definitely have a tough time controlling ourselves around those temptations. He is so lucky to have my mom to help him manage his portion control. She does all the grocery shopping there. So she's been a big reason why he's been able to maintain his weight around that 155-pound mark for the past couple of decades here, ever since he lost the excess fat there. And she thinks she was the big reason why I was able to maintain my weight as a child and as a teenager there, because again, she did all the shopping. She didn't bring a lot of processed foods into the house, and whenever we did have processed foods, we kind of divided them evenly. So she's been like our portion monitor, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I gained weight. Like once I was out on my own, I didn't have anyone to manage that. I was like, oh, woo, I get to eat the whole box of cookies. Right on, let's dive into it. Might add that into some of the life stresses and life really kicking me in the ass there. That had definitely had a big impact. So it just goes to show, like, out of sight, out of mind, and when you have someone able to help you manage your portion controls, it goes a long way in helping you maintain your body weight. And as I mentioned, it's no easier for me to lose fat than most other guys. I'm pretty much by the book. If I create a 500 calorie deficit, I can pretty much expect to lose 1 pound per week on average. So pretty much textbook there. They're not amazing genetics, not poor genetics, right there in the middle, what most would expect to lose when you go on a fat loss diet. Now, I would say it's easier for me to lose weight now than it ever has been. It's got absolutely nothing to do with my genes. It's got everything to do with practice, heightened sense of awareness, just learning from my past experiences, just having this heightened sense of awareness that I just don't enjoy feeling full anymore. Like even for my dad's birthday, there are celebrations there, like I didn't overindulge. Like I enjoyed myself to the point of satisfaction. So I'm able to enjoy a lot of these desserts and craft beers responsibly. I never used to be able to do that. It's just been a learned experience. So it just gets easier and easier with each passing year, with each passing decade, the more experience you get. Again, having that heightened sense of awareness and having that learner's, grower's mindset where you want to, like, all right, I didn't do the best in that situation. How can I improve upon it? It needs work right now. So what can I do so the next time I'm faced with that situation, I handle it better? So it's just learning and growing every step of the way. And that is what makes it easier. Got nothing to do with my genetics. Good genetics help. But again, I think most of us have good genetics. It's what we do with them. And it's just, again, how we learn, how we grow through it, the process in order for us to thrive, to be at our best, just trying to express the best version of ourselves in each moment, moment to moment to moment. Just again, knowing that we're going to make mistakes, we're going to slip up from time to time, and how we handle it, what we learn to improve the next time is really what it's all about. So like the big message here is that it really comes down to lifestyle. It's not so much the genes, it's what you do with it. It's how you design your life and constantly trying to improve upon your lifestyle. Like my dad is very much, he's busy. Like I'm go, go, go. I basically don't sit most of the day. Whether I'm weight training, I get out for my walks with Chief, I'll get out paddleboarding, bike riding, now I start jogging, maybe some sprints here and there. When I'm working, I'm at a stand-up desk, so I basically don't sit all day. My dad, pretty much type A. He's like, go, go, go. He's always looking for projects to do, whether it's at his house, at my sister's house. He's one of those guys that will bend over backwards to help someone out. He's always, again, probably helping more people out than he could be helping himself out, doing more of his stuff at home. He's just that kind of guy, a jack of all trades. It's just so helpful, so knowledgeable, and willing to share his expertise with others to help them out. So always going out of his way to help others. Just a great characteristic, a great role model, great example for me as well. So he's a busy, active person, always moving, always doing stuff, working out every other day, doing cardio on the elliptical as well, swimming, just him and my mom going for walks through the woods, all that kind of stuff. So living a very active lifestyle. So again, lifestyle design. So the big thing, the big message out of all this, the whole point of this video is just to not play that comparison game. We talk a lot about how we shouldn't compare to others. You see someone who's in great, phenomenal shape and trying to strive for what they have attained, and it might not be best suited to you. Maybe you're not meant to have ripped six-pack abs. Maybe you're gonna feel like crap getting to that point. So just trying to be your best self, but at the same time, so trying not to compare yourself to others, like I wanna look like them. You also don't wanna see someone who looks great and think they've got it easier in some way, shape, or form. Maybe they've got great genetics, or like comments that I often get is, I'm not natural. 100% lifetime natural here. So I gotta admit, like every once in a while, it gets to me. I don't like hearing those comments too much because I am a lifetime natural. But again, that's a self-limiting belief. If you think someone has good genetics, is that limiting you? If you think results can only be attained if someone is not natural, whether on testosterone replacement therapy or performance enhancing drugs, that's the only way to look like that, you're limiting yourself, because like what I have achieved, I think most guys could achieve with, if you are able to have a lifestyle similar to mine. I'm a single bro right now. It's a lot easier for me to manage my food. Like, I don't have the temptations in my house. It's a lot easier for me to go to bed when I want to go to bed, wake up when I want to wake up. So there's not a lot to interrupt my life. It's very easy for me to stick with this lifestyle. So again, don't compare my lifestyle to yours. If you've got young kids and a job, I mean, I work my ass off doing what I do here, but if your job is even more demanding, working 12-hour days and you're not home and you got a long commute and all that stuff, like, don't compare what I've been able to achieve with my lifestyle when your lifestyle is not quite the same. All you can do is work with what you have, genetics, lifestyle, and try to improve upon it to the best of your abilities, just knowing that it can get better and better and better over time. So that's really what this is all about. Don't play the comparison game. Just focus on yourself, expressing the best version of yourself from moment to moment to moment. I hope you enjoyed this discussion. It's more just my observations, just a fascination with the comments. And again, nothing bad about those comments. They're right. I've got good genetics. My dad's got good genetics. But I think it just led to an opportunity to talk about genetics and this kind of stuff. And again, not reading into their comments at all. Just a general discussion overall that I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts, your insights on this. So please take a moment to share your thoughts in a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really, really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. And if you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.